All right, who here knows the ABCs of selling? Now, many of you are nodding your heads, and a few of you are furious that such an outdated and aggressive idea is still being bandied about in many sales programs. Now, what if I told you that the ABCs you think you know are wrong? What if, in today's episode, I shared a new way of thinking about sales, a simpler, honest, and, well, more human way of connecting with others and discovering the best way to meet their needs? And the cherry on top? It applies to the rest of your life too. Would that be valuable to you? I think so. My name is Michael Leone, and I'd like to invite you to join me as we tap back into sales. If you've ever had any job that had a heavy sales component, you probably have heard the ABCs of selling. And if you're a movie fan, you may also know them from this guy saying this and Glengarry Glen Ross. The ABCs of sales are always be closing. Or at least they used to be. Here's a question. Do you like to be closed? Do you like to be sold to? No! No one likes to feel like they've just been sold to or convinced to buy something. That feeling like you were just tricked or smooth-talked into making a decision. As sales guru Jeffrey Gitomer says, no one likes to be sold, but they love to buy. So, if we know these two facts, people hate to be sold and they love to buy, how do we cross the bridge? How do we pay the toll? If you have something you are passionate about, how do you create the rainbow unicorn that is the transfer of enthusiasm that creates a sale? It's easy, but it takes some effort. It's something each of us should do more and more every day. The currency each and every one of us must use in order to sell our ideas, share our passions, and help others to buy into whatever we are eager to pass on is this: interest. Now, I don't mean the kind of interest involved in stocks, bonds, and checking accounts. I mean the kind that people yearn for, crave, and go out of their way to find. People want to know they matter. People want to know that others care, and people want to know that what they have to say, their opinions, their thoughts and musings, and more, that all of this means something, not only to them, but to others. And that is where the new ABCs of sales arise, and it's not always be closing. The new ABCs of sales are always be curious. What the best salespeople realize is selling is short term. It's a blip. The best salespeople know that there is a better way. Make the choice to invest in the other person by investing our time, being genuinely curious about their needs, their lives, and everything in between. You create something more powerful than any mere sale. You create a relationship. You see, in sales, we often get it wrong. People think that you are trying to get the other person to invest in your product or your service. The trick is that the opposite is what really works. You get the sale when you invest in them. That's how you tap back in. And here's the amazing part. This doesn't just apply to sales. It applies to your relationships, your friendships, your family, and everything in between. Which brings us to this week's question of the week. What is a time where you either knew you were being sold to and walked away with that all too familiar slimy feeling, or made a purchase because the person you were speaking to took the time to understand you and what you were looking for? Please put your comments down below, and I look forward to hearing about all of your experiences. Always be curious. Invest in others with your time. Ask great questions and take a moment to simply listen. You'll get more sales, build better relationships, and create a stronger bond with those around you. My name is Michael Leone, and you've just tapped back in. Hey there, it's Mike. Did you enjoy this week's video? I hope you did, and if you enjoyed it, the greatest compliment you could pay me is by sharing it with your friends on your favorite social media site of choice. You'll be sharing a great tip and helping this channel to grow. Also, new videos get published every Monday morning, so click subscribe down below so you don't miss out on the latest tip to help you to tap back in and get the most of your life. And until next time, tap back in.